Hey everybody, welcome to the Falcon one-shot. We are going to be taking a look at Guild of Dungeoneering here today, and unlike your typical Falcon one-shot, we're going to be doing a little bit extended look at this one, which means more than one episode. We'll probably do 2 episodes of this. Number one, because there's a lot that I want to talk about the game, but secondly, it's just really fun, so it gives me an excuse to play a bit more of it for the channel itself. And I should also note too, if you like what you see from these little 1 or 2 video parts we're going to be doing, let me know. We might make it a little bit of a mini-series on the channel beyond this point onward. But what is Guild of Dungeoneering? You're probably asking right now. That's a very good question. Guild of Dungeoneering puts you in the role of the guild master of this kind of crumbling, non-existent guild. You're kind of building yourself up from the scraps, and as the guild master, you kind of have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, and you don't really care about your heroes. All you really want is gold. Bring in the gold, make yourself bigger, make yourself more famous. Your heroes will replenish as they die and go along, and you don't really care about them. It's just kind of like, he died, cool. There's going to always be somebody else to fill his shoes. So you're not really a good guy here. The amazing thing about Guild of Dungeoneering is that as your heroes go out into dungeons to get you gold and bring stuff in for the guild, you actually build a dungeon around them as they go along. But outside of combat, it's going to be the AI making decisions based on how you build the dungeon around them. Sounds really interesting, right? Alrighty guys, and this right here is going to be your base of operations, your guild essentially. Right now all we have available to us is the main hall, training yard, graveyard, and the barracks. It's going to be really basic when you first start off here and you're kind of building yourself up from the ground up. The only hero we have available to us right now is going to be Samrak, who happens to be a chump. Now, we've already done the very first quest, or at least I did off camera. This is going to be the tutorial quest. Our first real mission with no help from the game itself is going to be this quest number 2. Which happens to be Defeat the Rat King, which is actually a bit difficult to do with just with a chump class character, but we'll give it a try here, and hopefully we can level up in the process going forward. Now this right here is going to be the bread and butter of the game itself. This is where you're going to be building the dungeon around the hero itself. The AI will be controlling your hero, so you have control over them in battle, in combat. You can pick out what attacks you want them to do, but as they're outside of combat and they're moving around the dungeon itself, they're going to be choosing where to go on their own. Now, you could actually entice where they're going to be going and actually influence it by, for instance, we have a gold pouch over here. Let's show this off really quickly. We have right now no corridor to go up here towards this enemy. As a matter of fact, we can't move because there's nothing built around us. So right now, for instance, I'm going to put this room over here, right? As you can see now, they have a path which is next turn over. They're going to be going up and fighting over here. I could influence this though. However, by doing this, as you can see, I could put up a mystery fountain over here instead. And they still want to go upwards, right? That's going to be a negative fountain. Ooh. I'd rather he doesn't go over here. I'd rather he doesn't go over here. So my idea was put up a room over here, put some gold, and that would entice him to be like, oh, there's gold over here. And remember, the premise of the game is to get more gold and make your guild more famous. So they're going to be like, well, I could go over there and just fight, or I could come over here to the left and get some gold, and obviously gold's going to, you know, supersede them fighting. So that's how you could actually instigate it or influence it yourself. But since this right here is going to be a negative debuff, which is burn, I don't want him going there anymore, so I'm not going to be putting that gold pouch over there. We'll save this for... Actually, no. Your cards, as you can see, you have to play up to 3 cards. You don't have to play 3. You could play 2 or 1, whichever one you want to go with here. But at the end of the turn, you disregard this or you dump it off. So what we want to do is actually put the gold pouch maybe up there, and then once we fight this individual, we'll get the gold for it as well. If you have a positive card, make sure you don't throw make sure you use it up, because at the end of the turn you lose everything you had in your hand. As you can see now, we have 5 brand new cards to play with here. So there's no way to actually attach any more passages over here to the left, so regardless of which, we're coming up here. Now, it's up to me if I want to do something crazier over here, though. We could do the other fountain over here, and hopefully this will be a positive one. We could definitely use a positive one, and that's going to be a positive one. Fountain of Power, good. So this should give us heroes' unblockable attacks gain 1 magical damage next fight. Obviously, we'll go into the attacks pretty soon in the battle system itself, but right now, with this one as a matter of fact. But right now, we're just kind of building around. What I could also do is, I don't see much of a point in putting this room over here, but sure, I'll go ahead and put that there. And that's really about it. Yeah. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and just end our turn. And let's go into our very first combat fight against, gonna be, what is that, a nasty rat if I'm right? With the gold. Yeah, I know about the gold. I put it there, my friend. Just walk forward. Samrak versus Nasty Rat. Kind of rhymes a little bit. Alrighty, so Nasty Rat's first attack is going to be a bite, which happens to be a physical attack indicated by the red marker, and unblockable indicated by, you know, the shield to dash on. So I can't block this even if I could. For instance, I could use Cower to block this because this is an unblockable attack, Cower would do nothing for us. So right now, all I can really do is actually go blows to blows with him and I actually attack him. We'll both take the HP damage right there, but that's fine. He's using Neurotoxin now. With this one, physical attack, 1. And if he actually lands his attack, we have to dump one of our cards off. So I don't really want that happening, so I'm going to go ahead and use Cower. That'll block his attack, and I won't lose any cards for this round. Perfect. Next fight over, Claw. We're not really rolling much of high damage cards here. So again, we're going to exchange some damage over here. What's next? Bite. Good, finally. That's unblockable, but luckily for us, we got Lucky Hit now, which should put us above him by 1 HP now. So even if we exchange damage again, which we are, I should come out on top by just 1 extra heart. So this dude doesn't really have a good deck of cards over here, so we definitely have to improve that. How you improve that is by actually winning fights. So right now we leveled up, we got 1 more extra bit of HP. After a fight, your HP will be healed as well, so keep that in mind. Now you do a little bit of equipping in a sense here. You have a weapon, and a headgear. And all these will actually give you different type of cards for your deck. So for instance, the fork's going to give you an attack for 2 physical damage. The twig's going to give you an attack for 1 physical damage, but it'll also block 1 damage. The paper crown's going to give you Holy Seal, which blocks both negative and physical, or both magical and physical by 1. And if you block, you also heal HP. So it's a really good card for sure, but right now I think we need some more firepower. So I'm going to go with Fork. And now we have a weapon over here equipped. Perfect. And we're going to get some gold as well. Excellent. Alrighty. What do we have here? Play up to 3 more cards this turn. Alrighty, so right now, because of the positive buff, he wants to come over here, and I want him to go over there. So what I'm going to do is just put this gold coin over here with this eventual rat fight, which we want to do, because we want to level this guy up before we get to the Rat King. Because right now, at this state that he's at, we are not going to survive the Rat King fight. So we have to get him some more level and some more equipment right now as we go along. Assuming I don't want to kill him. I can't take the route of killing him, because, you know, again, for the Guildmaster, their lives don't really matter. All I want is the gold. So here we could just put this room as well to open up rat men as opposed to the nasty rat. These guys are a bit more tougher for sure, but we'll see how this one rolls for us. So right now he's going to be going... Oh, he switched paths. I wanted you to come down this way. I'll see if we could probably hopefully draw another positive card to make you go back down, but I wanted to get this positive buff over here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and just end this turn for now. Unless I want to put up a... Nah, I'm fine this way. Just end your turn, my friend. I think I'm lost. No, you're not lost. I'm guiding you. Not really a great guide, but I'm guiding you. Gnolls are kind of scary dudes, especially for how weak I am right now. They have fury. What are you looking at? Yeah, I don't really want to deal with those guys. Giant bat's relatively easy, though, so I would love to deal with a giant bat. So let me just place this giant bat over here, and maybe after this fight it will come down over here. Giant bat's relatively easy, so we could actually level off of those guys relatively fine. And that's about it. I don't want to put up any more gnolls or ratmen, so I'm going to end my turn. We'll come over here to this nasty rat fight and also pick up some gold in the process. And hopefully after that, when we go downwards, buff ourselves up and fight that bat. And if it doesn't happen, hopefully we get a gold card to put down there and entice them to walk downwards. Alrighty, so we have a bite attack, unblockable. Not a big deal, I'll use Lucky Hit. We should be able to win this one just by brute strength alone at this point. So even if we lose a card, doesn't really matter, we'll use Ice Close Punch. Again, we're just going to brute force it at this point because we could definitely take out the nasty rats by, you know, it's not even playing strategic at this point. But once we meet the rat men, then we're going to have to go back to strategy for sure. And we'll just finish it off this way. Alrighty. I don't think we'll level up off of this, but we'll at least get some more equipment. Perfect. So right now we have the fork. So, or do we have the fork? Yeah, we have the fork. So we could definitely use a ruffled shirt, which is going to be 1 physical attack damage, and also it's going to give you a chance to draw a card as well after you use it. So pretty good. Offhand, we could use the stool, which will give us actually some defensive abilities. It does unfortunately bring over here. I'm not saying myself, but it brings in the card, which is Stupidity 1, into the deck, which is pretty bad. As you can see, there's nothing about that card is useful. But I'm going to take this one because I could definitely use the armor for the boss fight, so I will pick up the wooden stool. Alrighty, perfect. Now, we picked up some more gold from that one. That guy's over there mocking us. No, I don't want you to come down here. I want you to come down here and buff up and fight this guy. So, unfortunately, he's not playing by the rules right now. There's no gold to entice him to go down to. So I'm going to move Nasty Rat over here so we can level up a bit more off of him because I don't want to fight the Ratman just yet. And that's all we can really do right now. If I put this here, he's going to ignore that Nasty Rat and probably go around. So no, we don't want that happening. I guess what I could do for now is just... Oh, we can't put it up just that far yet, huh? Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and end our turn now. Not much else I really want to do. So we'll fight this nasty rat again, just for leveling purposes itself. The more HP we're into the fight with the Rat King, probably the better, because he has a significant amount of HP. Alrighty, so let's see here. What do we have? Neurotoxin. I could block this, so sure. There's the card, by the way, which is actually pretty bad. Doesn't really do much for us. I would love to discard that. But for now, it's going to be taking up a slot in my hand, which is no good. No good at all. This is unblockable, so you might as well just go in with Ice Close Punch. Alrighty, we have a Bite. Ice Close Punch again. Oh, that blank card just busting my balls at this point. And we'll just go with Lucky Hit. He should be going down shortly anyway. Assuming with another attack over here, which we are. Bash, and that should be it for the nasty rat. Might be another level for us as well, hopefully. Hopefully? No level. Alrighty. So now we could use a headgear and a shirt. So we have body, which is, oh, straight up 1 HP, huh? That could be pretty useful. This is going to be for my offhand. So instead of the stool that we have, which is defensive oriented, we could use a kappa, which is 2 magical damage with Fire Blast. Could be ideal. And then we have a ruffled shirt. I'm going to go with the ruffled shirt for now, because we could definitely use a little bit more equipment over here. Alrighty. So now at this point, we have Ratman, which there is no getting around at this point. We're going to have to fight some Ratmen regardless of which. There's no goal to entice them to go anywhere else, so this right here is basically a lost cause for us now. But yeah, let's give this a try. And we might as well... Might as well place this here. And... no way to go about that one. Oh, Fountain of Blindness. Yeah, we don't want that one. Do not want that one at all. What about this room? I could probably use this room over here, right? Yeah. It also gives us a path to the Rat King finally. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and end our turn. I would love to get some more gold before we wrap it up here, because we really haven't done much of that. But let's see how this Ratman fight goes. Now, the Ratmen are more difficult. They have more HP. They're more aggressive, but they have a tendency to actually hurt themselves a lot too. As you can see right here, Anger. 1 physical damage, but they're also taking 1 hard damage themselves in the process by doing this. So if I was to block this, for instance, I take no damage and he hurts himself. So yeah, they're really reckless in that regard. This is going to be a 2 damage to us, but they're also going to hurt themselves by 1. There's no way for us to actually avoid this, so we're going to be doing a lucky hit. I'll take 2 damage, he'll take 3, so he's going to probably fall before us. And maybe this head blow will make me disregard or drop this card here. That would be pretty ideal. Is it going to happen? Nope! I lost a good card instead. Great. Luckily for us, that was actually pretty close, but we were able to finish this guy off. Alrighty. Level up. More HP. Perfect. Alrighty. Now, we're getting by the offhand, so we might want to get rid of that and go with the glyph over here. There's also a cooking pot. We don't have a headgear. This will be Slam and Fire Blast. Really good attacks, as a matter of fact. Unblockable as well. Huh. I feel like we need that Repel just for the Rat King fight. So this will be plus 2 HP, but it'll give us 2 more into our rotation. No, that's no good. So I'm going to take the cooking pot instead. I think that's going to be pretty ideal. Alrighty. So now... he lost the heart because he has an effect, I do believe, that when there's rats around him, the Ratmen, he actually buffs up a little bit. So ideally, what you would want to do is, if you're having trouble with him, is actually take down the Ratman before you actually take him out. But I believe that's what just happened right now, and there's no other way about it. We're going to actually fight this guy right now. What we could do is actually put another Ratman over here, level up, maybe 1 more time. Or maybe just for some loot. So let's put this guy down over here, and end our turn. Again, since I'm the guild master, I'm creating the dungeon as we go along. You can make it easier for them, but again, if you want to level up, it's probably in your best incentive to do some things like this where you put up some barricades and some enemies along the way so you level up a bit more faster. Headbutt. There's no way for us to block this. Well, I guess we could use Bash, right? So he'll take 2 damage, I'll take 1. I'll take it. Parry. So he's going to be blocking 1 attack over here, which is unfortunate. Luckily, we're going to be using Slam, which is unblockable, so we're going to disregard that. Good. And what's next? Head blow. He wants me to just, drop a card. I guess I'll probably just cower on this one, block that one. I don't really want to lose a card right now. And he has Bite, which is unblockable. We'll use Shift to attack and also draw an extra card. And we should be winning this one. I guess I'll just block and have him kill himself right there. There you go, great. So now we could actually buff up a bit more. Cooking Pot is what we already have. The offhand, we could actually get rid of that and go with Holy Seal and Mind Strike, but again, we would lose some of our defensive capability against the Rat King. Club would give us Smash and Rekindle, which is obviously a lot better than what we have. So yeah, go with the club instead of the fork. And I think we're ready for this Rat King now. And no gold. Alrighty, so let's just end our turn. And go straight up into the boss fight, and we'll probably wrap it up after we're done over here today. So, come on. Yeah, let's go forward. Go on forward, my friend. Rat King, I got you. Alrighty, so I have a lot of cards, so does he. We'll see what we have here. Head blow. 1 damage, and he's gonna have me drop a card. I would love to drop this right off the bat. So, let's go ahead and use shift. I will cause him damage, and I will also pick up an extra card. And with any luck, he will drop but I have a feeling we'll probably more than likely end up dropping repel. Won't we? Yeah. But I can't really, you know, use this up right now. It seems really silly to use that up. So I'm gonna go with shift. I think we dropped. We did! Alrighty, that actually worked out in our favor. So he's gonna be doing a bite attack, which is unblockable. So I might as well just go ahead and fire blast him, I suppose, and hopefully get the HP advantage at this point. 4 and 5. Yeah, we have the HP advantage now. He's got parry, 2 damage, and 1 defense. We could go ahead and... Well, we could actually bypass that with Rekindle because this is a magical attack, and he's doing a defensive, a physical defense. So yeah, we'll use Rekindle. We'll actually heal up, so we will block one of his attacks right there. 4 to 3. So now we're getting a bit closer. I could cause him to hurt himself and block his attack right now. Or we could do 2 damage by doing Bash and block 1. I'm going to go with Bash with this one. He should be down after this next thing. Strike. Oh yeah, we're fine. We got this. So, we beat the Rat King. And this is all because we actually took a little bit of time to level up beforehand and get some equipment. If I'd gone in there without anything to my name, probably not as successful. Your Dungeoneer did it. You gained 83 for your gold. Or 83 gold for your gold. Excellent. Alrighty. Trophy room. That's what we have unlocked now. And we can just place that wherever we want. I guess we'll probably place that probably over here, up after the main hall. And we have ourselves the Rat King's tail in our trophy board. Rats, how original. Dungeon Runs 4. Alrighty, there you go. So guys, we're going to wrap it up here for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like to support. It does mean a lot. Tune in for the next episode. We will do one more part for this one. And again, if you want to see more beyond these 2 episodes I'm covering of Guild of Dungeoneering, let me know. We can make it a little bit of a mini-series on the channel. I will catch you next time.